The St. Louis Cardinals have the lead, and the Padres are getting desperate here. Pedro Estacio with a terrific effort in the third inning to get out of a jam, but he created a lot of that by walking 3 men, including Albert Pujols with the bases loaded. Grudzielac starting the 4th inning. He's 0 for 1, and he is 0 for 5 so far in this series. And even though Estacio allowed 2 runs, he did not give up a hit in that 3rd frame. And he's only given up 1 hit all day. As Grudzielac waves right through it. Nunez up next, and then Yadier Molina.
Well, Grudzielac was a great pickup for this club. Tony Womack left to go to the Yankees, and they brought in Grudzielac. He's been solid defensively, and offensively, he's always been a slasher, a guy that he goes up hacking, trying to put the ball in play. But he's a guy that's been very versatile, hitting in a lot of different spots in La Russa's lineup.
He slices that one foul down into the corner. And the count 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Well, Mark Grudzielac, he's what you call a gamer. He's going to go out there and play injured. He's going to give you 110%. And probably of all the second basemen in the big leagues, has the best arm. This guy is a former shortstop, and that comes into play when you're turning the double play.
1-2 hammered foul. The Cardinals haven't lost a postseason series in which they won Game 1 since the 1985 World Series. They've won their last 6 postseason series when winning the first game, and they took Game 1 8-5 on Tuesday. And ahead here in Game 2, 2-0. Eric Karros, Steve Phillips, Dave O'Brien, and Duke Castiglione with you. As autumn has most certainly arrived here in St. Louis, the temperature dropped about 20 degrees off of Game 1.
Well, instead of red T-shirts, they're wearing red sweatshirts today at the ballpark, but it's still red.
Little looper, that's going to find a home in right field. Dunked down for a single. Grudzielac on with a base hit. Just the 2nd Cardinal hit today against Estacio. And when you think about that accomplishment, as Grudzielac leads, and there's a shot to right by Nunez, backing up Johnson. He reaches up and can't get it, and it skips up into the bullpen. Nunez will have a double. Grudzielac has to stop at 3rd. And that one ate up the rookie Johnson in right field.
A lot of young outfielders say that when they come to the major leagues, one of the biggest adjustments is the 3rd tier to the stadium. Minor league stadiums don't have 3 levels. That adjustment is something they have to make and learn from while they're playing. Inside
for ball 1 on Molina. It's also one of the things that big leaguers talk about, the difference between spring training and going into the regular major league park when the regular season starts. All of a sudden you've got these gigantic ballparks and people in upper decks, and you haven't seen that all spring.
Well, it's that 3rd deck theory. It says you're never playing in front of a 3rd deck.
Ground ball knocked down by Nady. Coming home again. The throw to the plate. The tag. Safe again. Grudzielac got in. That's the 2nd time that's happened today. The Cardinals beating a throw to the plate from Xavier Nady, and it's 3-0 St. Louis. So Molina becomes the runner at first base. Nunez scoots down to 3rd. Here's Mulder squaring to bunt. He's already dropped down a sacrifice bunt today. One more look at the play.
As you see the throw come home, you see Hernandez catch it, but he needs to drop that knee, his left knee. He bends and tries to rotate over it right there. You have no chance to quickly get the tag down. There's no way he's going to get the tag down right there. Good base running, good slide, but he's got to take away the play.
Abraham Nunez scored on a very similar play in the 3rd inning as he beat the throw by Nady, who had made a diving stop. The double fake, no one biting, nobody out, and 3-0 St. Louis. And Bochy and the Padres can feel it slipping away here in Game 2.
Well, and again, what we talk about, the Cardinals take advantage of opportunities. They make the other club beat themselves. And St. Louis has been doing it all year long.
Mulder not bunting, takes a strike, and it's 0-2.
Well, one of the key situational hitting fundamentals is getting the runner in from 3rd base with less than 2 outs. Sometimes it's about the hitter, but sometimes it's also about base running. We saw good base running on that play, getting a good break to try to score. But in playoff games, it's little things. It's not always home runs. It is the base running and the fundamentals.
0-2 outside as Mulder takes it. Bullpen activity. Hensley's up again. The right-hander for the 2nd time in this contest.
No, and it's not like the fundamentals and the little things aren't important during the regular season. It's just that they're magnified during the playoffs. Everybody wants to look at those things.
In there for strike 3 as Mulder will take a seat. That's the first out in the inning as he's caught looking. Another run in for St. Louis. They've touched up Astacio for a single and a double in this inning, and some more aggressive base running to home plate. Eckstein 1 for 2, and a breaking ball missed inside.
All right, so all of the base runners the Cardinals have had on base today, they're 0 for 5 with runners in scoring position with 3 RBIs. That tells you they're not getting the hits, but they're executing situational hitting fundamentals. They're getting productive outs to get the runs in.
Eckstein during the regular season, 373 with men in scoring position. A squeeze bunt, got it down. Astacio will go to first as the run comes in. La Russa, brilliant again. A great spot for that play, and it's 4-0 St. Louis. Eckstein gets down the bunt, and Nunez scores easily from third base.
And no better player to do it than with David Eckstein up at the plate. I mean, the acquisition of Eckstein, it can't even be measured for the St. Louis Cardinal Ball Club. He gets the key hits. He executes. He is a fundamentally sound baseball player. Everything that Tony La Russa wants in a player on his ball club. He does it again.
Cardinals showing you what a complete ball club they have been all season long, as they were last year. Jocketty, and one of Walt Jocketty's great acquisitions this season was David Eckstein, not only on the field, but what he brings to the team inside the clubhouse as a heart and soul glue guy.
Well, I did a game here early in the season and talked to Jose Oquendo. They were a little concerned about the loss of Edgar Renteria at shortstop, but they didn't know Eckstein as well as they know him right now. And I tell you what, they all still respect Renteria, but they love Eckstein right now, what he means to this team.
In tight at the elbow, Jim Edmonds, a runner at second. 4-0 Cardinals. Edmonds on a day has popped out to short and taken ball 4.
You know, Eckstein's not a speed guy. He's not a power guy. He's a baseball player that does all the little things you need to do in a game to help you win. A very valuable commodity on a team. 2 balls and 1 strike on Edmonds. And then you get right into the heart of this dangerous Cardinal lineup. Albert Pujols, Larry Walker, Reggie Sanders. And it's starting to turn into a long day for Pedro Astacio. 2 down. Looping liner, but foul. Off into that sea of red. You think about the way the Cardinals have scored today. A bases loaded walk, a couple of fielders choice plays, some aggressive base running, and the suicide squeeze as well. A beautiful day in St. Louis. It is game 2 of this National League Division Series from Busch Stadium. The Cardinals leading 1-0, and out in front by a healthy margin all of a sudden here in the 4th inning behind Mark Mulder, especially the way the lefty is pitching, up 4-0.
When you look in this series, 12 runs have been scored by this St. Louis ball club. Outside of the grand slam by Reggie Sanders, which was one swing, it's not as if they've just been offensively dismantling the Padres. The Padres have beat themselves.
Two out. Here's the 2-2 to Edmonds. He buried that pitch, knocked down by Hernandez, and a full count now on Jim Edmonds.
See, and you're right, Eric, but that's the bad news for the Padres, because this offense cannot be held down for too long, and sooner or later they are going to start scoring runs because they are getting their hit, they are driving the ball and doing their things. That's what's scary about this situation.
Hensley appears ready to come into the game if necessary. Astacio trying not to walk Edmonds for the 2nd time in a row. He has walked 3 in the game. Hot shot, friendly bounce there to Loretta, and Edmonds is retired. But it's a 2nd straight 2-run inning for St. Louis. Tony La Russa somewhere in that dugout will be joining us in just a moment here on ESPN2.